So hello everyone, I'm Layla. This is my second session in Data Insight Summit. Previous one I talked about how we can use R in Power BI, and now I'm going to talk about how we can do live data streaming in Power BI using the Cortana. That's a kind of platform for Microsoft. So I come from New Zealand, Auckland. I'm based in Auckland. I'm interested in machine learning and data science topics, and also I love Cortana, the Cortana infrastructure. That's so amazing. So I do some things with that to create an IoT device during that. And I hope also you enjoy to see the process, and hope you enjoy the things. So yeah, I have a big dog named Hershey, and I miss him a lot. So today we build back Auckland. So yeah, and we travel a lot to actually attend different conferences and share our experience and also see other people's. So for today, I'm first going to talk about a bit what is Cortana, because what we know normally is about the actually the voice detector that we see about Cortana. I'm not going to talk just about that. I'm going to talk about the infrastructure of the Azure and how we can help us to create an IoT device to get the actually information from the weather environment and then showing that into Power BI dashboard. So I'm going to look at the Cortana components, IoT, what's the IoT, how we can capture data, and also very quick on how to set up Event Hub, Stream Analytics, and how we can show the data in Power BI. Okay, so this is actually Cortana, the one that I'm talking. You see that Cortana has different components. So the first component is about that how you can get a data. Data can be in database. Data can be in a, capturing from a sensor, can be captured from social network or other environments. So this is the first step. You should find a way to capture your data. The second step is about information management. That means that how you are going to collect the data. So for example, for getting the data from sensors, we have a Azure Event Hub or IoT Hub. Both of them can be used for get the data from devices like sensors, like any devices that we have. And also we have Azure Data Factory. That's not like SSIS, but can be do the same thing through a scheduling, but not do the same exact thing as SSIS, but similar to SSIS. And Azure Data Catalog as a dictionary. Okay, I'm going very fast because it's not the things that I'm focused. I will focus on specific components because talking about all of these components take at least one day to talk, so we do not have that much time. So after we gather information, the second step is about big data store. So we want to store the data. As you see that we have two things available. So Azure Data Lake Store and Azure SQL Database. So yeah, database, Azure SQL is the same as the SQL database that we have. And also Azure Data Lake that stores some of the data and pass the other. So is actually is another storage that we have. So we have the data, we clean the data. Now we have a good data source for doing the analytics, for machine learning. So for doing any machine learning process, the first step is to have a good data. Now we have a good data, so we can do machine learning and analytics. So the third component of Cortana is Azure ML, Stream Analytics, Big Data, and also Azure Data Lake Service Analytics. Okay, so we get the data, we do analysis, we get insight after the data, and now we are going actually to show the data. For example, Power BI is one of the solutions that we can use, or you can use any other devices to show your data. And yeah, that's actually your customer can see. For this session, I'm just going to talk about these four main component, and how can I use them to create a IoT device. So let's see that how it happened. First of all, what is the Internet of Things, or simply IoT? I'm living in New Zealand, and we have lots of farm there, and they are really high-tech in that. So they need lots of technology to monitor what's happening in the farm. So for example, they want to check that what's the temperature for the actually there, or how much the wind speed we have, how much rain happened there. So sometimes they are not there, and they have to monitor this information through a actually application. Or in Auckland, we had, I think so, is one of the biggest city that most of people have boats. So people have car and boat together. So it's really common that people go fishing and actually go for cruise, or the sport activity is really common in Auckland. So there's a parking in Auckland that they put actually boat there. So they are not there always. So they have to monitor some of the specification of weather to see that how it's impact on the boat situation. So yeah, these things can be monitored using the IoT. So for example, they are at home and they want to see that what's the level, what's the sea level, what's the actually wind and the temperature. So yeah, so the first step for IoT is to get the data from a sensor. So sometimes we just want to get data. For example, just check the weather situation. But sometimes in IoT, we want to control the environment. So for example, you're out of home and you want to turn on or off your light at your home. Or you want to detect that if a specific person is around your house, you want that is call the police. So it's kind of the interactive one, not just receive the data, receive and react to the what's happened. Again, this can be done by IoT. Okay, so what I have, I'm going to fetch data from a sensor. So to do that, I'm using a Raspberry Pi. As a Raspberry Pi that I think so purchased it about $70. And this is the one. I will, after the session, you can come and see it. So it's like a simple computer. So it has most of the components that it has CPU, it has HDMI, VGA cable, and everything. And for the Windows, it has a SD card that you can very simply install the Windows IoT on it. So it's really simply you will install and then put it in the back. So you can see that there is a slot that you can put your IoT, actually SD card there. Okay. Then, yeah, I have a sensor. If I can show the sensor first. So I have a sensor for getting the data. I use a smartphone. There are many other sensors. This is a very famous and standard one that's able to capture data information like humidity, temperature, altitude, and also wind, and the other specification. So what I did actually, I'm connect the Raspberry Pi to my sensor. So Raspberry Pi has some, as you can see also in the picture, it has some pin that help you to connect your sensor to Raspberry Pi. So it's really good device for connecting to the sensors, and because it's so small, you can use it in any different environment. So you can actually attach them together and put a kind of the wireless internet for them and kind of the power for them, and you can put it in a specific location. Okay. Raspberry Pi is really common. I think so this for 6 months ago. I know that over 8 million Raspberry Pi 3 has been sold. And they use it for different things, not just for sensor, for games, for learning children about how to code, how to write a game. And yeah, as a desktop PC, it's so small, so you can use it easily. Okay, let me show you that how I install actually the Windows IoT on my Raspberry Pi. Okay. So you see here, if I just developer Microsoft, in the developer.microsoft, you can find the IoT version that you can install on your Raspberry Pi. So you just simply go there, and here you just select your device that you have. So it works for Raspberry Pi 2, Raspberry Pi 3, and the other that I'm not worked with them, but it's possible. So just you can actually, it's very simple to actually install the Windows IoT from there. So I'm just click on Raspberry Pi 3, and then here you will see that we have option. So that means that we can install our Windows on SD card or in a actually NOOBC. So because I'm using the SD card, I choose the SD card here. And there is 2 versions of Windows available. So I use the graphic one, that is Windows IoT Core Insider. Just go next. And you can easily download it. I think so it just take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes that you can easily download the Raspberry Pi, the iOS. So when you download it and put it in your Raspberry Pi, you will see this environment there. So this is a Windows IoT that I'm already installed in my Raspberry Pi. So I'm now connect the monitor to Raspberry Pi, so you can see the Raspberry Pi environment here. So you see that I can use the mouse here. You can set it up easily, so it can be connected through internet via Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and also this is a specification of Raspberry Pi that you can see. Yeah, it's not like the Windows that we're using is not that much actually user-friendly, but still, for example, writing some people write the Python code, and the other here is really easy. It has the command prompt here, and using the PowerShell, you can easily programming it. So this is a Raspberry Pi environment. Okay, back to the Power BI. Okay. So what I did, so I first installed the Windows IoT, and I put it in my Raspberry Pi. So my Raspberry Pi is ready. Now I have to connect my weather sensor to Raspberry Pi. So also it's take some process that I use this website, the hackster.io. They actually have some C# code that helped me to connect my weather sensors to Raspberry Pi. So you can also go there. They are really, really interesting website, and it has lots of IoT project there, like feeding the dogs, I don't know, control the home, and the other stuff. So let's have a look at what I did this. I'm going to first show you a demo to you, so you can see how I get the data from environment and showing Power BI. Then I'm going to Cortana and show you how's the process. Okay. Okay, so to do the demo, I have a C# code. I will explain this. Just I have to run it. And it just take a time. So yeah, that's actually process. There's a program here. I will show you the specification here that is actually remotely debug all of the code into my Raspberry Pi. They are connected through the same network. So here, for example, I use my mobile phone. I share the internet between both of them. So as you see that it's an Android IP. So this is, they should be in the same network so they can talk to each other. And what happened is actually my code have been deployed there. So is it just take time to do that for the first time, but it will be going there. And also you can, if I'm show my PC, you will see here that is actually the place, this is the IP, that is my Raspberry Pi, so they can find each other. Okay. So something happened there. I think so, just a minute, so it shows the things. Okay, so it's going to run now. So what's happened now is actually you will see the data of the temperature in the Raspberry Pi environment, and it show you that how's the process. So it's, yeah, it just take a time, and now I think so it's now deployed, and you should see something there. Yeah, here you are. So this is actually the. Now it's connected together. Now the Raspberry Pi is connected to the weather station, and you will see that there are some data that get from the environment that I have here. So yeah, you see that the temperature is in 22 centigrade, and you see that it's refreshed about 2 seconds. So this sensor actually get the data every 2 seconds and pass it here. So till now, just my Raspberry Pi is connected to weather station, okay? I'm going to show you how I pass these data, and you see the changes in Power BI. Okay, so let's start my IoT stream here, and then you will see there. And you see that there are not all of the things that we have there. So for example, here we just have humidity, pressure, and temperature, and altitude. But the other, like GPS, the wind speed, there should be a specific device there that I'm not that much technical to do that. But actually for now, it just for this cable, it just showed there. So also the how to connect the cables is the instruction are in the website and the Hackster.io. I will share, actually put all of these things in Power BI so you can find. And don't worry about that, how you should connect them together. So it's really easy. You can find the map, ground to ground, and the other stuff for actually electronic things. Okay, so go back to the Power BI. Okay, so look at the demo here. So first of all, I will talk about that. This is my stream analysis. I should make it a start. So I just take a couple of minutes to start, and then you will see the information in Power BI. Okay, I'm just wait that is start properly. Yeah. I'm not used to the new environment of the Power BI yet, so they change it about things. So yeah, now we should see some changes here as long as it start to run. Another thing that about these two devices I should say is that it's really important that you be careful about the SD card here, because I broke it several times, so it's really easy. So it has a case that you can put there and prevent from broken. So here now it should be happen. I have a hot water. I'm going to put my sensor into hot water so you can see the changes in Power BI there. I just take a couple of seconds that it's match and shows the data there. Okay, just wait that is going on. Yeah, it's already installed. So I put it here for a couple of minutes. It has a delay about 1 or 2 minutes that is actually fetch the data, but as long as it's fetch the data, then you can see the live changing there. So the last time that I'm running this on, actually 4 days ago, and it was about 26 degrees that time. and I put it in the hot water and it comes to the 29. So now it actually should also change. I just refresh it so we see that was the changes happen or not. Okay, so I'm just, because I know that it's taking a bit time, so I'm back to the things, and then we can look to see that how the changes happen. So what I did actually, if I'm back to my slides, where is the, okay. So I'm install a program computer that I found there, and I use it to connect the Raspberry Pi to the weather station. First of all, I should set up the event hub. So the process is that Raspberry Pi get a data from sensor in a actually in a IoT in a JSON format, then pass it to the Azure event hub. So data has been sent to the Azure, to the Cortana in a JSON format. So you should set up the Azure event hub. Then the data will be sent to Azure Stream Analytics, and then from them to Power BI, or you can call it Azure ML through that. I will talk about both of it. But see that how we can set up the Azure Event Hub and see that how it's actually easy. Okay, back to the PowerPoint. I have lots of going back here because of lots of devices here. So here, to set up the Event Hub, in some case, I have to go to the old portal. We have two portals in Cortana. One's the old portal that is managed.azure, managed.windows Azure, and we have a new portal that is portal.azure. In some case, I'm not that much successful to create the Event Hub in the new portal, so I'm created one in actually old portal. To create that one, you can easily comes here to the main space and create the, it's really just through a couple of steps that you can actually run that. I'm just checking that it is working or not. Not yet. Okay. So here you can just click here on the new, and you go actually to the data services. Yep. Yeah, sorry, to the data services or APP services. Sorry, oh no, sorry, APP services, and then service bus, and then from here you can see that the Event Hub here. So it's really simple. Just click on new, go to the service bus, and then Event Hub, and you can create a new one. So you can create a custom or quick one. I'm go for a quick one. So you can put a name and set data, Microsoft Data Insight Summit, and you specify the region, and just create that one. So it's very simple to create an Event Hub here. Sorry, just my PC not well supporting. So you see that it's going to be created one. So the one is actually creating here. And after you've done this, now you can actually back to your new portal here. And you will see that it's created. So for example, what I have here, if I'm back to the here, you see that I have different Event Hub here. So first you should create the Event Hub to actually send the data to Cortana. So after you do that, now you should create a Stream Analytics. But hold on, we have two types of the hub. We have Event Hub and we have IoT Hub. So what's the difference? Event Hub is just single a single actually direction with the devices. You're just able to send data from sensor to Cortana. You're not able to send back any reaction. But in IoT Hub, you're able to actually send and receive the information, kind of the bi-direction between them. So be careful that if you are going to set up the information, so you can see that actually how it's work together. So the first difference is about communication, and the second one is about the device protocol. So you see that here, that kind of IoT Hub has more support for different protocols, and also about the security, you can see some differences. Now we have Event Hub. Now we are going to set up a stream analytics. So here is actually stream analytics that we have here. Stream analytics works as the internal hub inside Cortana. So as you can see here, so if I go back to the PowerPoint, also it's not just, I don't know, in some cases it's not sending the data. I'm just running it again. So here, you can easily create a new one. So just write stream analytics job. Oh, sorry. So I'm just write stream analytics job. So you can easily, in a new portal, you can create it. And yeah, I'm select that one, and I'm saying go to create a new one. So you see that it's just couple of process happen here. Put a name for that. So I put a name like, for example, data insight. And you can use the one or using the existing subscription or resource group that you have, or create a one. I'm said Microsoft. And yep, you can specify that, and you can easily create that one here. So you see that is really simple. Setting up the Event Hub and the Stream Analytics, there is no coding. Just by a couple of clicks, you can create them. But how to actually connect them together, okay? So the problem is that how we are going to connect them together. So here, look at the stream analytics information that we have here. So this is the one that I'm already created. So I'm just going to stop it because I want to show you, and then I run the demo to see that if it works or not. I think so I have a problem of the internet here. So here, in the stream analytics, you see that we have input, query, and output. So see that what's going on. I'm click on the input here, and I'm just going to create a new one. So you just simply click on the add new one, and here you have the option to get the data from different resources. So in a stream analytics, you see that we're able to get the data from Event Hub, from IoT Hub, and from blob storage. So you select that one and choose the input that you want to get the data. So I'm not going to do that. For now, I'm just showing the one that I'm already created. So this is the one that I'm using. So you see that I'm get the data from Event Hub. We'll see here, and I just put some code that I found, and also the type of the data that I'm going to fetch from the Raspberry Pi. That's a JSON format. Okay, so it's easily you set up this one. Also, we need to specify which output we are going to put the output of the stream analytics. So here, you can easily the same put an add output here. And if you look at here, you see that we have these options. So from Stream Analytics, you're able to send data to Event Hub, to Power BI, to Service Bus, and to Document DB, blob storage, and also SQL database. So this is all possibility that you have. So as you see here, if you look at the output that I'm created one output that send the data to blob storage, to Power BI, for Power BI. Okay, we have input, we have output. We need a query that actually send the data. Cancel. Okay. And then I'm back to the query here. So for stream analytics, there is a query space that you can actually write. So you see that it's so similar to the SQL. You see, select a star into, yeah, we said from, but we have here into Power BI IoT. So what is a Power BI IoT? Power BI IoT is my output. And I'm going to fetch the data from my event hub. So my event hub, as you can see here, is IoT event. So I'm going to fetch the data from my event hub and pass it to the Power BI. So here you actually, with a simple select, you specify that stream analytics should get data from which devices in Cortana and passes to which other devices. So it's really simple and really easy to actually work. And there's a stream analytics language that actually you can use to do that. So you see that it's really simple. It has function, it has the aggregation function, and the other resources that you need. Okay, so back to the slides. So what I'm do till now. So I'm actually send the data in a JSON format to the event hub, then from event hub to stream analytics, and now we are going to actually send the data from stream analytics to Power BI. So the process is be the same. So you can send data to Power BI or Azure ML. Okay, so I can show you here. In some case, I don't know why, but the internet connection not work properly. So, but I have the video. I can show you to you later. So here is actually should send the data. It shows that it should send data to Event Hub. I think so my internet connection not work very well. So it's not sending, but I will show the video to you later. So don't worry about that. So the process is that it send the data to the Power BI. So if you come here, you see that I have a data set that automatically created by by IoT Hub. So I'm just go to the my workspace here. I'm just going to show you the IoT dashboard that I have. So this is my IoT dashboard. So it's actually changed the data, but for now it's not showing. So if I go to my data sets, I have a Power BI IoT that automatically have been created by by Stream Analytics. So I'm not creating this one. When I create the Power BI in Stream Analytics, these data sets automatically have been created. So you see that we have the location, the measure name, and the value of the parameter. So let's see that how is data. So for example, if I create a table here and I show the value and also the measure name and the date that's actually captured the data. If I found the date, is really good. So yeah, Event Hub date. And I'm just, let me put a bit bigger. So you see that all of the things actually have been shown here. So I can choose that, for example, you see that the information about altitude and the pressure and measurement have been actually, you can select them and you access to all of the information from here. I can also show you the output from here. So if you go to the output here, it's actually, you see that we when we creating the stream analytics, you see that the database name and the table name you can specify and is automatically are going to show there. Okay, so back to the PowerPoint. Another one is about the Azure ML. So you can also, for example, sometimes you want to do anomaly detection to see that what's happen in the normal data, so what's going on, or you want to do some clustering or other analytics there. So it's also possible inside the stream analytics. Let me show you the process, how you can do that very quickly. So here inside the stream analytics, you see that we have a function here. So inside the stream analytics, there's a function name that you can, actually in Azure ML, we create an API. You can call that API inside the stream analytics. So you create a model in Azure ML, and then you get an API because you're able to create a web service in Azure ML. So you call that API, and then you actually can call Azure ML model from here. So it's actually what I'm do. So just I think so there's a problem with internet connection here. It's connected, but it's not show properly here. So I can show you that how is the process. I have a one. Okay, so I just call it again to check that what's the internet actually happen here. Okay. Sorry, I think so there's a problem with the internet here that I'm going to connect to this one. Maybe it's connected. So, however, is actually able to actually do that. So it's really actually important to do that. So just let me show the video. So before I'm actually correct it, so you can see that what's the process happen. I come back to the previous one. So it's actually a step that the data have been sent to the event hub, and you will see that it's provide a message to you that it send the JSON data to the actually to the event hub, and also you can track it in Power BI. So it should be like this. So you see that it show the changes in Power BI very smoothly here. I'm saying that the internet connection is really important. I think so there's a problem here that I actually couldn't run because they should be in the same internet where. And it's actually a really good one because it helps you to monitor the data very clearly. Okay. Also, I have another view about the changing the data. Just let me also show that one to you so you can have an idea that how the process should be. I normally don't use that videos because always is work, but in this session, I don't know why happened. So this is the same environment that you see there, and is actually before running the code. And yep, this is the my program that I'm connected the Raspberry Pi to the weather station. And you see that here we have remote meshing that actually deployed the code from my PC to the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so it's actually they're gone, and you see this process that actually send the data there, and you see that it's about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm totally recommended that don't send the data from there to the SQL database. I did once, and because every 2 seconds you have a data, in 10 minutes you have bunch of data. So it's always better to use stream analytics, or in other case using the Azure data lake, because it's actually don't store all of the data, just some parts. And So yeah, that's a better approach. And also in Power BI are not going to store whole of the data. It just store the portion of the data, so it has a limit. I'm not sure about the limit, but I know that when it's reached that limit, it's actually remove the previous one. For example, 50,000 or something, and after that, it remove the other. So yeah, this is the one that I'm actually put the sensor in the hot water, and you will see that how's the data actually change. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to show about, if it's, I'm able because of the internet, the function is not, oh yeah, it's come up. So here I'm create a function. So you see that here, this is a, if you look at here, it's very simple. You just import from my another subscription. This is my API from my Azure ML, and also this is the key. So you already have a function like this. So I'm create a function, I name it as a weather predict, and I'm getting that it get out like temperature from the sensor, and as an output return a record. So you see that it's a stream analytics language that I'm writing here. And if I'm back to this my stream analytics here, not the function, to the overview, you will see that I actually make it enable, but you can see also here that how easily actually I'm use it. So I'm select the data from them. I'm call the, this is my function. I call that function in Azure ML, and then I can actually work with that. So yeah, this is actually the things. I know that it's really fast. I put the whole of the slides about how the process actually works, and I have about 4 posts about that in our website. So if you go to our website, Radacat, and search for stream analytics, you will see about 4 different posts. The steps I explicitly talk about that. So in our Radacat weblog, I'm saying that this demo is really kind of related to the internet connection, so you should be careful about that. So if I'm just go to the here, I think so one of my weblog, I can show to you. Oh, just a minute. So it's actually, and also the website. This is the Welcome to Hackster. It's provided lots of good IoT things that you can actually use. This is the one that actually I'm used, and you can find many other. So I'm just going to show you the one. Any questions so far? Okay. Let me find that one so you can actually have an idea that how to set it up. Yep, I was going, no, just a second. I'm just trying to find that. However, if you have any question about this, I just still take time to find that. You can also, this is my email address, so you can actually send me the email, and I'm more than happy to help you to set it up, Event Hub, Azure ML, or the other. So it's actually, this is my email address and my Twitter account, and also I'm really, there are some other sessions that they are related to this session I can set, and you actually can go there, and they are the same things about the Internet of the Thing. So here is actually the weblog that I have. So it's a kind of the 4 posts. So you can find it. It has 4 parts, and you can go through the whole of the process. So I know that's very fast for this session, but you can find the details, how to set up, and everything there. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming to my session. And yeah, if you have any question, you can come to microphone, or you ask, I will repeat quickly. Thank you. Thanks so much.